Welcome to This Week in AI.
Welcome to today.
Welcome to this immediate moment. We just had our lunch and learn.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, we had like about 50 people.
50 people.
Tell us what happened.
We really just kind of set a little bit of the ground, foundational stuff around Claude, kind of the company that's winning this AI kind of race.
Yeah.
So we're kind of getting people up to speed and maybe giving some people a little bit of the tools and tips and tricks we've learned along the way.
Yeah.
There's not a lot you can really communicate in 1 hour, but we wanted to get everyone to kind of up to speed so we can do these events more often.
It's an interesting measure. When we did this event a year ago, we did the Copilot one?
Yes.
Was that 1 year?
Copilot, I believe, was 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago.
Last year was kind of an update, and this year of an AI, like what's changing.
Right. You can see when we did Copilot, it was sort of like, oh, curious, what can this do?
Yes.
2 years later, people have specific wants, needs, questions, interests. We had 3 breakout rooms. We thought the beginner breakout room would be the biggest.
Yeah.
It was the smallest.
It was actually, it was.
Right? Intermediate took the whole middle area.
Yes.
Your expert room was out the door, standing room only.
Yes.
And what kind of questions were you getting in the expert room?
And the expert room is like, hey, how do I get my application deployed?
Right.
How do I, what is an MCP server? Do I need to make an MCP server? And all the questions around how to take this idea and really run with it. Make something useful.
Right, and so that just indicates out in the world, literacy and usage of AI has really also been moving up. It was really good to see.
Yeah, I expect next year there to be 150 people.
Yes.
And we'll be kind of pouring out of the exits.
Yeah. We'll have to rent a hall in Hall H in San Diego.
We'll be in the convention
Comic-Con.
center.
Yes. Yeah. All right. What are the headlines this week?
Yeah, this week we got a couple of good ones. OpenAI really, wants all the slices of the pie. They said we won't stand for Gemini undercutting us anymore for the cheap models. Gemini has the Flash model, notoriously inexpensive. Often used for smaller tasks. It's fast. ChatGPT says we've got a fast one, you got a cheap one too. Don't go so fast over to Gemini. You can use our 5.6 Luna, nice name, Luna.
Yes.
And it's no Flash, it's Luna. Come use our cheap quick model too.
It's like smart. Who could keep all these things? The everyday user, how do they keep straight all these models, all these flavors, all these names?
I think at the end of the day, you pick, a provider. In this case, we're kind of picking Anthropic and Claude. And it has the different models. And, if you run into a problem that the current chat you're in is not solving, you might want to bump up the effort. But that standard Sonnet, Opus kind of middle of the range model is probably going to be really good for a lot of your tasks.
It's an interesting move. I can see why they're doing it, trying to diversify and get those Gemini Flash users. Boy, I don't see how everyday folks are keeping up.
No, it's a lot. I think what they're going for is somebody's developing, they're used to using Gemini because it's cheap. They want to get those people on OpenAI's platform because inevitably, when they make something more intelligent that needs a bigger model,
then
they're already used to paying OpenAI.
Yeah.
They'll just pay them more.
Yes. Yeah, and that happens with every subscription.
Yes.
You sign up.
You feel comfortable.
You feel comfortable, and then you never know how to remove the subscription. What else?
We've got Anthropic saying, hey, OpenAI, we know you've got a dangerous model, which apparently moves the news.
Yes.
We've got a really dangerous one too.
Yes.
And then you escaped 1 sandbox, we escaped 3.
Yeah. It is a ridiculous one-upsmanship, right?
Yes.
Or OpenAI is we're so edgy, and then Anthropic shows up with a leather jacket, and we're punk rock.
You think you're edgy?
Yes.
Yeah. So they had a model involved, Opus 4.7, the Mythos 5, and an internal research model, basically saying, hey, we've got something that can escape too. Watch out, OpenAI, we're going to take over the planet first.
Escapability, what is it a measure of? The intelligence of the model, right?
They're really giving it hard task. This is hey, here's a locked box. Here, we've thrown away the key. and we're not even telling you to escape.
Yes,
You're deciding
yes.
escaping would be fun
Yes.
and useful, so you
Yes.
do it. So it's not an easy task for sure.
Yeah, and like someone is gonna this sort of like arms race of AI escape rooms. Someone's gonna get hurt in this ridiculous challenge.
The normal people.
Yes, at some point it's gonna break containment in a way where we're like, oh no, that's trouble. But
And they won't be like bragging about it.
it won't be bragging. It'll be like, oops,
Whoopsie,
Yeah. So right now it's a little bit of a ridiculous. AI has kind of caused this increase in the cost of compute.
Yes.
Right. And
bubble, if you will.
It is, but maybe it's not. Who knows? But the downstream effects of this is, as everyone knows, computers are more expensive because all the components in a computer are more expensive, and it's hitting the pocketbooks of certain companies.
Why are they more expensive, Avi?
Why
are computers getting more expensive?
Well, because memory's more expensive.
Yeah.
RAM's hard drives are more expensive. Processors, I don't know why processors are more expensive.
All the data centers want all these parts.
Right. For the
AI.
Let's start with Apple.
Yeah.
What's going on with Apple?
Apple, fell a little bit. They've been struggling to keep those thick margins they love.
Yes.
To stockpile more cash in the bank, as they will. So they've said, hey guys, we like our margins. As you know, we want to keep them. So it's going to be a little bit tougher on the consumer. We're just going to raise the price. Be aware, everybody.
Yeah.
Apple is going up in price.
Yeah, and I think the other thing I was thinking about with this news is that they are Apple's starting a lease program, where I think in conjunction with these price increases, they're creating this plan where you could just lease their hardware,
Right.
which
means they get that memory back.
yes,
Maybe it's
Indeed.
more expensive 2 years later.
Indeed.
They can kind of reuse it.
So I think that maneuver we're seeing is because of the increase in compute.
For sure.
What about Amazon?
Amazon is scrapping their Nova model.
Never heard of it.
Me neither.
Okay.
And they're basically restarting it under new leadership, and they're kind of leaning on their Anthropic stake to kind of help them kickstart their own AI model kind of family. Because they do have a huge stake in Anthropic and their success. So maybe they can kind of pull some talent, make some moves, and make that Nova model somewhat useful for somebody.
With Claude as the base?
No, I think they're saying they want to develop their own model.
I just wonder, because I was thinking about, we talk about, Microsoft and, its dominance, which we'll talk about in a second. But think about browsers, right? And, the variety of browsers people use. You use Safari on your phone if you have an iPhone. You use Chrome on your personal computer, or you use Edge at work. Isn't Edge built off Chrome?
Yeah, it's built on Chromium.
So is this what they're kind of trying to do with Amazon and Nova? Is kind of that kind of build on, or no?
I think Amazon wants to be a part of this AI movement, and maybe the Nova model is used in Amazon in some way, and they can benefit from having their own model. So I don't really know exactly the direction or reason for Nova, but there's got to be some internal push to be relevant, to not fall behind, and to compete with the other tech. They got to swing the money around, so that their stock remains important.
Right. Yeah.
So
two companies hurting, Apple and Amazon, because what we broadly see is downstream effects of the increase in compute because of these data centers. Is anyone doing well?
Microsoft. Combination of OpenAI and Anthropic.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So Microsoft is winning this race, right?
Yes.
They're the ones making money off of the AI. What do you think that is?
Yeah. It's interesting. They have a captive market with their whole M365 ecosystem. They can turn to those users with, say, a business premium account and say, if you want to add Copilot and have integration across all of your apps, add a Copilot license for $20 a month.
Yeah, and it's just real easy. Integrates into Teams. What does it leverage? What kind of model are they?
Right,
their own
that's
model?
what I was wondering. They do not have their own model. I think I learned from you, it's a harness.
Yeah.
I thought it was OpenAI's model, but is that it?
It's a combination
of
OpenAI and Claude, and it just uses these various models. And so that's why they're profiting. They're using less than what they're charging the customers, and they've got a little margin in there for themselves.
Yeah, and again, you're captive. You use Teams. The only way you can get a synopsis and transcription of your Teams meeting is if you're using Copilot. The value of that feature for busy people is high.
It's valuable.
It's very valuable. So I just talked to a client the other day. They were just like, do we need this Copilot? And I said, if you want synopsis, transcription, unfortunately, you do. There's other options, but right now, if you're in the Microsoft ecosystem, they're making smart moves, and that's why they're making more money.
Now, thanks to everybody that came out to the Lunch and Learn.
Yep.
We had a great event. We want to host more of these events.
Oh yeah.
Virtual or in person. We really want you guys to bring the issues, the things you're trying to solve. This event was much more of a ground, kind of getting everyone on the same foundation of what Claude is, what it could do, and then we want to help empower you to actually build stuff for your own company, your own organization. So definitely reach out to us, and we'll be reaching out with information on that.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great one. Bye.